Good evening. Just a quick few thoughts based on something I'd read by a teacher who had handed in their resignation, as have many teachers under this Conservative government led by Education Secretary Nicky Morgan. I don't wish to be too insulting, but known by many as Thicky Morgan. Education. It's vitally important. Me, as you can probably see if you look at the beginning here, I'm an arts graduate. I have a degree in English and politics from Leicester Polytechnic, as it then was. Education, as it, shall I say, used to be, actually taught something important. It taught not just subjects, but it taught about life. It taught not just maths, chemistry, physics, biology, statistics, music, art, dance, drama. All of those things, of course, can be taught. But I'm not so sure that the government's view of education is anything like what it should be, or is anything like what I think every parent should really expect for their kids. Both of mine, of course, now grown up, and my oldest studying to be a nurse, my youngest currently still working in commerce. Let me just explain very briefly. I think, what we have now, rather more than education, is simply a group of people being trained to pass tests. This came out very clearly from this teacher's resignation letter. It was all about training. My subject is English, so let me particularly share her concern and amplify that about what Nicky Morgan sees as important in our schools. Grammar. Dear old grammar. Something as simple as the order in which we put words. Things like that. Subjective, objective, subordinate clause. Proper noun, third person, first person, third person singular, the ordering of words. Where do you put that semicolon? Where do you put that full stop? And do you know what? Nicky believes that is so important that whole swathes of testing are devoted to see that pupils have grasped it properly. The saddest thing I took from this letter of resignation by this qualified teacher, excellent lady, was that she was fed up with having to spend what little time she did have teaching her pupils just to pass tests, just to be graded, somehow objectified, calculated, put down as a statistical result. Nothing, in my opinion, to do with what real education is about. Nothing about learning about how to express meaning, how to communicate meaning, how to understand the meanings of others, how to analyze text, how to speak correctly, not just correctly, but in relation to the situation in which you are speaking. So, ask yourself a question before I finish. Why would a government want to train people only to pass tests? Just Tess. Not to, dare I say it, think. Why does the government want to do that? That's me out and done for today. Thanks for listening.